Many years working with. Back at QVC UK, I was there for around about 10 years. And I worked with this gentleman many times, a real passionate gardener, a real expert gardener. And he developed this blossom booster because he knew intimately what plants and flowers really needed to get the most from them. This is Richard Jackson's Blossom Booster, the plant food. We're getting a 4-pound tub. This is not Richard Jackson, as you can probably tell. This is Barbara King, another one of our gardening experts. How long have you been coming to QVC now?
About 20 years.
20 years.
I know, I cannot believe it.
And you're quite local. You just down the road.
I have a flower shop down the road, and that's where I met Richard Jackson when we were doing the Philadelphia Flower Show. And he told my husband, please try Richard Jackson on your plants. And we thought, we've tried all the best ones, but he was so convincing because he said he knew nothing out there existed, and that what plants needed, he knew what plants needed, so he created it. So my husband and I tried it, and we instantly became believers. It's amazing that it is so different than anything we've tried as professionals that even my customers have now become addicted to Richard Jackson, and it's his special ingredients, like he puts in a seaweed extract that gives your plants this burst of energy that they're going to need to be the best that they can be.
So if you want bigger blossoms, if you want juicier fruit, bigger vegetables, this is what you're going to use. You're getting a 4-pound tub. It's $31.25 or 3 easy payments of $10.42. What will that actually give us? How much will that create?
362 gallons. So that is a lot of Blossom Booster. It's going to last the average gardener well throughout the season. He also puts a high level of potash in this, and that's where my husband really noticed the difference in more blossoms, more fruit. We just could not believe the difference, and we love that Richard's customers send pictures of their plants in their pots, in their gardens, and then they send little notes like, this is from Derek. He's 85 years old. His son Matthew gave him Blossom Booster, and he just could not believe. He'd been gardening his whole life, and he could not believe the difference when he put Richard Jackson on his plants. My husband and I really noticed the difference when we used it on our tomatoes. It was amazing. We're like, are we imagining more tomatoes? And then we did a field study with QVC. And we were able to get a legal claim that when using Richard Jackson against a leading brand of fertilizer, when fed at the same once per week rate, we got more good tomatoes with Richard Jackson.
I remember when I used to work with Richard, he would constantly go on about the amount of tomatoes that you would get from tomatoes that you would get. I mean, he was so passionate about this product. I mean, I don't know how long it's been out now. I remember being on with it for several years, and I left QVC UK 8 years ago. So, I mean, this has been around for a long time, and this is something that you will genuinely see big differences in. If you're spending your hard-earned money on beautiful plants and flowers, trying to make your garden look the very best, it's definitely worth investing in Richard Jackson's Blossom Booster because you will notice such a difference.
You're not kidding. And we don't send a plant out of our flower shop now without putting Richard Jackson on it because it makes such a difference. I have customers that come back and say, I put it in my garden and in a couple weeks I noticed a difference in the flowers. I love that they love it.
So how often do we use this?
So early in the growing season, you're going to feed them once every 2 weeks. Once you're in the growing season, you can do it twice a week, but tomatoes, as soon as there's fruit on them, go for it 3 times a week, and you are going to enjoy one of the best crops that I ever had. So I know you're going to really see the difference, and please share your photos with us. That is something that Richard really loves, is seeing customers' results, because there's nothing better than having something that is unique and different and works so well, and it is so easy to use.
And remind us how much this is going to make.
362 gallons.
Extraordinary value for money at $31.25, 3 easy payments as well of $10.42. Order at QVC.com. You can take a look at our entire selection of products. When you're shopping for this online at QVC.com, you can have a look at some of the other items that we've got during the show as well. But this is something, as I remember when I was back in QVC UK, this was probably one of the most popular products that we had in the gardening area.
Definitely is. #1 gardening product in QVC UK of all time. And it's because it works. People realize the difference when they use it. And also, the bonus is it's so easy to use. You get a half a scoop in this granular formula, all in the tub here, so it never goes bad. You mix a half a scoop into a gallon of water, and off you go. You're ready to feed your plants the best food that I ever could imagine. My plants, you could do it with a hose and sprayer, you could do it with a watering can, but once you do it, you are going to become addicted to this.
Well, your recommendation is certainly worth so much because you're such an expert yourself.
Aw,
so,
thank you.
$31.25, 3 easy payments of $10.42. Whether it's plants, flowers, vegetables, fruits, it doesn't matter. This is the trick that is going to make such a difference in your garden this upcoming gardening season. Take advantage. M60 496 3125. Barbara, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Now, coming up in the show, we've got